High King Ulfric has declared war on the Aldmeri Dominion. Skyrim has been mobilizing their armies to the size that has not been seen since the days of old, in the time of Ysgramor. However, Skyrim cannot hope to stand alone against the threat of the Aldmeri Dominion, for the Aldmeri Dominion, nearly 30 years ago, stood to defeat a unified empire. How could one province hope to defeat them in battle? No. Skyrim needs aid. Skyrim needs allies. High King Ulfric sends out his swiftest riders to act as messengers to the provinces of Hammerfell, to High Rock, and even Cyrodiil in the south, with the invitation of a brotherhood, a coalition if you will, of a force strong enough to defeat the Aldmeri Dominion once and for all. But do not think that the Aldmeri Dominion will sit idly by while the forces of men rally under one banner. No, they send out their own emissaries to the provinces of Black Marsh, to Morrowind, and also to Cyrodiil, to strengthen their forces and defeat these upstarts. In return for pledging support to the Aldmeri Dominion, the Thalmor stand to provide aid to the Argonians in their conquest of Morrowind. However, the Argonians laugh at this proposal, saying that the might of Black Marsh needs no help from the outside to achieve her goals. The Thalmor agent is turned away. To their elven brothers in the east, the Thalmor ambassador vows to restore Morrowind to her former glory and drive out all Argonian raiders, on one condition, that the Dunmer stand by their elven brothers and defeat these upstarts. However, the Red Year has been engraved into the hearts of all Dark Elves, and in order to avoid further calamities to their people, they refuse to take part in a war that in their opinion is not their fight. The Thalmor ambassador is turned away from the province of Morrowind. Only Cyrodiil remains on the list of possible allies in the upcoming war. Ever since the signing of the White Gold Concordat at the end of the First War, there has been peace between the Dominion and the Imperials, but do not mistake this peace for friendship. Many Imperials remember the suffering that Cyrodiil has went through during the First War. However, many Imperials also feel abandoned by the other races of men by their secession from the mighty Empire. This is what the Thalmor hope to exploit. This and greed. The greed of one man in particular, the High Chancellor of the Elder Council. It is no secret that he has had his eyes on the Ruby Throne for many years. In fact, in the shadows, some speculate that he has had a hand in the assassination of Emperor Titus Mede II, in hopes for becoming a new emperor of a new empire. The Thalmor means to exploit this desire. In return for aiding the Dominion in the war to come, this greedy, corrupted soul stands to be crowned emperor of a new regime, a regime that will punish the races that have betrayed the empire in her time of need. In return for maintaining Aldmeri Dominion interests, that is. For remember, Cyrodiil is the linchpin in this war. Whoever holds the imperial province will prevail. The Dominion knows this, and means to exploit the greed of the imperial people. Meanwhile, in the north, a mighty coalition has been formed. The Red Guards of Hammerfell, the Nords of Skyrim, and the Orcs and Bretons of High Rock have all banded together against a common foe. Yes, the Orcs of High Rock. You see, the Orcs harbor no love towards the Dominion either, and in return for their rebuilding of Orsinium after the war, have pledged their strong swords to the coalition's cause. Also, a very small number of refugees of the Dark Elves and Argonians living in Windhelm have pledged allegiance to this coalition in order to fight for their new home. The coalition is ready for war, and means to act swiftly and end this fight with one foul swoop. The Naval Division, which is currently moored in Daggerfall, at the mouth of the Aliac Bay, means to invade Alinor and take the fight to the High Elves on their homeland. However, with Cyrodiil remaining neutral in the war, we must invade Cyrodiil to prevent the Dominion from doing the same and having a staging point to invade coalition territory. The First Division, which is based in Riften, is set with securing all territory to the east of the Niben River in Cyrodiil. The Second Division, which is currently based in Riften, is set with securing central Cyrodiil and forming a protective barrier from Valenwood and elsewhere in the south. The Third Division, which is set in Riyadh, has arguably the most perilous task: to capture Anvil and Kavach, and to form a blockade of ships around the port of Anvil to prevent any aid from arriving on Cyrodiil from Alinor. However, without the cooperation of Cyrodiil, the coalition is a far cry from engaging the Dominion on its own soil. What will the Imperial Province choose in the battle to come? Will they stand by the Aldmeri Dominion and forge an empire of oppression? Or will they ally themselves with the coalition and defeat the Aldmeri threat once and for all? Only time will tell. However, time is a luxury that neither side currently possesses.